Have you ever wondered what would happen if one day, the most dazzling person in the world suddenly stepped into your life? Not in a dream, not on the silver screen of a movie theater, but standing right before you, talking to you, having coffee with you, and even falling in love with you. Sounds like something impossible, doesn't it? But in 1999, in Notting Hill, London, a bookshop owner named William experienced this unbelievable romance. He didn't have a prestigious family background, he wasn't wealthy, and he had even faced failures in love before. He was just an ordinary man living a monotonous life, running a struggling little travel bookshop day in and day out. Until one day, Hollywood's brightest star, Anna Scott, walked through his door. Welcome to Delusion, I'm Sunshine. Today we're talking about the movie that made countless people believe in fairy tales, Notting Hill. It's a story about the possibility of the impossible and a profound exploration of class, fame, and the search for one's true self. Are you ready? Let's step into that vibrant street, into that unassuming bookshop, and see what kind of brilliance blooms when love descends from the clouds and touches the earth. Notting Hill is a romantic comedy film directed by British filmmaker Roger Michell, released in 1999. Michel's style is renowned for its delicate portrayal of emotions and elegant British humor, and he later directed critically acclaimed works like Morning Glory. This film stars the golden duo Hugh Grant and Julia Roberts, whose chemistry is nothing short of perfect. There's an interesting anecdote behind the scenes. When the producer first handed the script to Julia Roberts, they didn't have high hopes, considering she was Hollywood's hottest star at the time. However, Roberts' agent read the script and excitedly told her it was the best romantic comedy screenplay they'd ever come across. Roberts decided almost instantly to take on the role. What's even more fascinating is that Anna, the character she plays, is also a Hollywood superstar. Essentially, Julia Roberts is portraying someone whose situation mirrors her own. This blend of reality and fiction adds an intriguing layer of meta-narrative charm to the film. Globally, the movie grossed over $360 million, making it the highest-grossing British film of the year and one of the most iconic romantic comedies in cinematic history. Even today, the famous Blue Door of Notting Hill remains a pilgrimage site for countless fans. Set in London's West End in the charming neighborhood of Notting Hill, the story unfolds in a vibrant community filled with artistic flair and multiculturalism. Colorful houses and eclectic shops line its streets. William Thacker runs a small travel bookstore there, a business so slow it's barely surviving. Divorced and with a non-existent love life, he shares a home with his eccentric, scruffy but good-hearted roommate, Spike. His life is as flat and mundane as a lukewarm cup of water, passing day by day without any hope for change. Then one day, Anna Scott walks into his shop. Wearing simple casual clothes and sunglasses, she tries to blend in as just another customer browsing the shelves. Initially, William doesn't recognize her and politely makes small talk. When he finally realizes who she is, he's already feeling a bit flustered. Anna buys a book and leaves courteously. William assumes this is just a trivial incident in his life, one that he can later boast about to his friends. But fate seems to have other plans. Moments after, William steps outside to buy orange juice and accidentally collides with Anna, spilling it all over her. Mortified, he invites her to his nearby apartment to change out of her juice-soaked clothes. Before long, the world's most famous actress is standing in his chaotic flat, wearing his ex-wife's old clothes. There's a subtle spark of chemistry between them. As Anna prepares to leave, she gives him a kiss, a gentle yet surprising gesture. William is left utterly dazed, hardly able to believe what's happened. But a few days later, Anna calls him, inviting him to meet her at the Ritz Hotel, where she's staying. Nervously, William agrees and visits her, only to find himself witnessing another world entirely. Anna is being interviewed relentlessly, fielding an endless string of inane questions, with photographers snapping ceaselessly, all orchestrated like a meticulously rehearsed performance. Pretending to be a journalist from a magazine, William manages to slip into her room for a brief moment alone with her. He glimpses beyond her glamorous surface and sees the fatigue and loneliness she hides. The two begin dating, cautiously relishing this unexpected relationship. William introduces Anna to his friends, a lovable and genuine group of ordinary people. At their intimate dinner gathering, Anna momentarily forgets her celebrity status, chatting and joking around like any other woman. She shares a vulnerable story about filming a nude scene and being betrayed when the photos were leaked, a rare moment of honesty that tugs at the heartstrings. It's during such moments that William and his friends see not a distant star, but a woman longing to be understood and treated sincerely. Just as love seems to be blossoming, reality delivers a harsh blow. Paparazzi capture photos of them together, sparking sensational tabloid coverage that pulls Anna into a whirlpool of public opinion. Worse, William learns through the papers that Anna has a boyfriend, a fellow glamorous Hollywood actor. Feeling deceived and insignificant, he distances himself from her when she tries to explain. Months pass, and William believes he's moved on. But Anna reappears, this time at his bookstore, telling him she's leaving London for a long while and expressing her wish to be with him. Overwhelmed by his fear of being hurt again, William rationally refuses, saying, "I'm just a normal guy and you're a star." Anna's bright gaze dims as she replies, "I'm also just a girl standing in front of a boy, asking him to love her." That plea almost shatters William's defenses, yet he still watches her leave. When Anna steps out of the door, William falls apart. Surrounding him, his friends berate him for being a fool. His sister exclaims, "You just let the most wonderful girl on this planet walk away." It dawns on William that he's just made the biggest mistake of his life. He runs after her, borrowing a friend's car and racing to catch Anna at her press conference. Bursting into the room, out of breath and under the glare of countless flashbulbs and cameras, he confesses his feelings before the entire world. The movie wraps up with a heartwarming scene. William and Anna sit together on a bench in the Notting Hill community garden. Anna, with a big pregnant belly, leans on William's shoulder as they quietly read, their world seemingly reduced to just the two of them. The story is over, but its reflections on life have only just begun. Next, I'd like to delve deeper with you into this seemingly sweet romantic comedy, which actually explores some profound themes. First, let's discuss the idea of being seen. Anna Scott is the most famous woman in the world. Her face graces every magazine cover. Her every move is watched by countless eyes. Ironically though, she's one of the least seen individuals on the planet. What do I mean by that? You see, when Anna appears in public, people don't perceive her as a person, they see a symbol. She's the Hollywood superstar, the world's most beautiful woman, a perfect image crafted by the media. Interviewers ask prescripted questions, and her answers must align with public expectations. It's as if she's trapped in a giant glass dome. Everyone sees her, but no one truly sees her. There's a detail in the movie that I particularly love. When William poses as a journalist to interview Anna, he asks her a question that's completely unprofessional yet profoundly genuine. "You're so successful, are you happy?" Anna freezes for a moment. Perhaps no one has asked her this in a long time. Not about her next film, her rumored relationships, or any superficial topic, but simply as a person, whether she is happy. This reminds me of a concept proposed by psychologist Carl Rogers called unconditional positive regard. Essentially, true care comes from seeing the essence of a person, not their achievements, appearance, or what they can offer you. William's love for Anna exemplifies this seeing. He doesn't focus on the untouchable superstar but recognizes the woman who feels hurt being photographed by paparazzi, who shares embarrassing stories at friendly gatherings, and who longs for love rooted in sincerity rather than fame. This yearning to be seen isn't unique to Anna, it's something we all desire. Think about it, are we often labeled with various tags? Top student, model employee, dutiful child, thoughtful partner. While there's nothing inherently wrong with these labels, they can trap us over time, causing us to forget our true selves. How many people hesitate to show weakness to their parents out of fear of disrupting their mature image? How many resist admitting ignorance at work to preserve their professional persona? We often play roles others expect of us, but who sees the authentic person behind those roles? Notting Hill uses an extreme example to highlight this universal struggle. Anna's fame amplifies her loneliness of not being seen, but this kind of isolation is something we've all experienced. The second topic I'd like to explore is equality. Many call Notting Hill a modern Cinderella story, But what's interesting is that this time, the Cinderella is the male lead, while the prince is the female lead. This gender reversal is brilliant because it prompts us to rethink a fundamental question: what truly defines equality? On the surface, there's an enormous gap between William and Anna. She's a Hollywood star worth millions, admired wherever she goes. He's an ordinary bookstore owner with struggling sales and almost empty savings. By societal standards, they're not even in the same league, and their relationship seems inherently imbalanced. Yet, the film subtly reveals another perspective. While Anna possesses fame and fortune, she's lost privacy, freedom, and the ability to trust others. Her life is surrounded by exploitative agents and seekers of her fame. She's trapped in a gilded cage, rich but not free. William, on the other hand, though financially constrained, enjoys genuine friendships, a warm though modest life, and the liberty to choose whom to love and how to live. When William introduces Anna to his friends, the dinner scene becomes one of the film's most moving moments. Who are these friends? A jobless stockbroker, an eccentric roommate, a sister in a wheelchair. None are glamorous, yet all are endearingly authentic. When they play a game competing for who has had the worst life in order to win a brownie, Anna shares her heartbreaking story. Her ex-boyfriend sold intimate photos from a nude scene she filmed to tabloids, exposing her private body for the world, even to her father. In that moment, the room falls silent. They look at Anna, not as a celebrity, but as someone deeply hurt. Eventually, they unanimously decide she deserves the brownie. That scene is simply beautiful. It strips away all social hierarchies, wealth, and status, leaving only the bare essence of human connection and empathy. In that modest apartment, Anna is no longer the illustrious star, and William is no longer the lowly bookstore owner. They're just a group of ordinary people who laugh, cry, suffer, and console one another. True equality isn't about balancing wealth or status, it's about equality in personality and emotion. It means not looking up to someone because they're rich and famous, nor looking down on yourself for being ordinary. William's most admirable quality is his refusal to fawn over Anna or diminish himself. He remains true to who he is, honest, humorous, a bit clumsy but sincere. Anna falls for him precisely because she can be her authentic self around him. This reminds me of philosopher Martin Buber's concept of I-thou relationships. He suggests that genuine relationships stem from seeing the other as a whole, independent being worthy of dialogue and respect, rather than as an object for use or admiration. William and Anna embody this I-thou dynamic. They are neither star and fan nor rich and poor. They are two complete individuals who see, respect, and love each other. The final topic I'd like to discuss is courage. Many perceive Notting Hill as a sweet fairy tale, but if you look closely, you'll find it's a story about courage. Not the heroic kind of slaying dragons to save princesses, but a subtler, daily, yet equally challenging courage. William needs courage. As a divorced, ordinary man, he must muster the courage to believe that a woman like Anna could genuinely love him. He must brave his friends' doubts and the mockery of the media, and overcome his own insecurities. When he initially rejects Anna, he says, "I'm just a normal guy, living a normal life. I can't cope with the madness of your world." While it sounds rational, underlying it is deep-seated fear, fear of being unworthy, fear that she'll leave, fear of becoming a laughingstock. Anna also needs courage. As someone constantly scrutinized by the world, she requires immense bravery to take risks and love someone outside her circle, to endure public pressure and potential career impacts. But more importantly, she needs the courage to be honest, vulnerable, and say to someone, "I need you." The most moving line in the film comes when Anna says, "I'm also just a girl, standing in front of a boy, asking him to love her." It's been quoted countless times and is hailed as one of cinema's most iconic love declarations. But have you ever considered how much courage it takes to utter these words? Anna Scott, the world's most beautiful and successful woman, confesses her need for someone, admits her fear of rejection, and lays bare her most tender side to him. Such honesty and vulnerability demand far greater bravery than acting under the spotlight or walking the red carpet. In front of William, she has no mask to hide behind and cannot play another character. She must show her true self, a regular girl who can be hurt, afraid, and yearning for love. This reminds me of psychologist Brené Brown's studies on vulnerability. She found that many fear vulnerability, equating it with weakness. But in reality, true courage comes from being vulnerable. To admit I don't know, I need help, or I love you takes far greater bravery than pretending to be invincible. William's final sprint is also an act of courage. When he bursts into Anna's press conference, declaring his love amidst countless flashing cameras, he's not just crossing London's streets but also overcoming his inner fears. He's no longer letting reason and insecurity dictate his actions. He chooses to listen to his heart, to love, despite the risks and the end of his peaceful life. We all face such pivotal moments in life. Should you chase that seemingly unattainable dream? Should you confess your feelings to someone? Should you step out of your comfort zone to explore new possibilities? Every choice requires courage. Courage isn't the absence of fear, but the decision to move forward despite it. Roger Michell once said in an interview that he hoped the film would make viewers believe that miracles can happen, even to the most ordinary people. But I think the film's true message is that miracles aren't about waiting for them to fall from the sky, they're created by us. To make miracles happen, you need the courage to believe, to be honest, and to take risks. And when you muster the courage to take that step, life may surprise you in wonderful ways. This film wouldn't be complete without mentioning its iconic line. When Anna stands before William, she says, "I'm also just a girl standing in front of a boy, asking him to love her." It translates beautifully into Chinese, capturing its essence. This line resonates deeply because it reduces the complexity of relationships to their purest form. Stripped of fame, wealth, or prestige, what remains is a girl and a boy, and love, the simplest yet most challenging thing. It challenges stereotypes about love declarations. Usually men declare their love to women, but here, Anna is the one to humbly and courageously express her feelings. There's no pride or pretense, just sincerity and bravery. When someone abandons all pretenses, expressing their love in the most honest and humble way, it's profoundly moving. Another line is worth contemplating. William's friend Max says, "Happiness doesn't depend on what happens, it depends on how we view it." This quote, though not original to the movie, beautifully ties into its theme. Initially, William believes he is unworthy of Anna, thinking their differences are insurmountable. But when viewed differently, what truly matters isn't what they have but how they see each other and how they cherish each other. Love has never been about competing strengths but the meeting of two hearts. As we wrap up today's discussion on Notting Hill, let's reflect on the film beyond its surface story of a star and an ordinary man's romance. What truly touches us are the timeless life questions it raises. What does it mean to truly be seen? What defines equality? And what constitutes courage? We are all like William, struggling through mundane life and sometimes doubting our worthiness for the good things in life. Yet this film gently reminds us your value doesn't depend on achievements, wealth, or others' opinions. Your value lies in simply being yourself, unique and irreplaceable. We are all like Anna, trapped to some extent by others' expectations and judgments. We long for someone who can look past the labels and facades to see our true selves, accept us for who we are, and love us for who we are. But to find such a person, we must first summon the courage to be vulnerable, honest, and believe someone out there will love us just as we are. Notting Hill isn't about a perfect fairy tale. It's about courage and sincerity. It teaches us that real love is neither reaching up nor settling down. It's about two complete individuals seeing, respecting, and choosing each other. Such love doesn't fall from the sky. It requires effort, perseverance, and the resolve to trust, even when doubt tempts you to quit. So, if you've ever felt that certain beautiful things were out of reach, if you've hesitated to express yourself out of fear of rejection, if you've wavered and withdrawn in the face of love, I hope this film gives you a bit of courage. Courage to believe you deserve love, to believe the seemingly impossible might not be so far-fetched, and to believe that when you take that bold step, life may surprise you. After all, William was just an ordinary bookstore owner, yet his courage won him the most beautiful love the world could offer. What about you? Where might your courage take you? If today's episode resonated with you, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe, and feel free to share your thoughts in the comments. Have you ever experienced something similar? How do you view equality and courage in love? I can't wait to hear from you. That's all for today's episode. No matter what time you're listening, I wish you good morning, good afternoon, and good night. This is Delusion. I'm Sunshine, and I'll see you next time.